I know we said that we were going to go on an adventure before we did another scary story, but Nelly failed at doing that, so here we are. The thing is, I posted on Instagram, what do you guys want us to read stories about tonight? Alright, I asked the audience. So,
let me ask the audience.
You guys had 3 choices.
Audience.
The night is still young.
What the fuck? Oh, girl. I gotta go home.
So I asked you guys.
Don't ever do that again.
Okay. Alright, so you guys had 3 choices. You had the choice of humans with animal feet, brujeria, or death, la muerte. And let's see what everybody chose. Stop the count, stop the count.
Stop the count! Stop the count! Stop the count!
Stop the count!
As of now, 162 votes for people with animal feet. 224 votes for la muerte slash death. And brujeria has... Why is he talking so damn loud? 261 votes for brujeria.
I was one of them. I didn't even vote. I don't vote. I'm just kidding. I don't vote in real life.
Cancel her.
On Instagram. Have you seen that thing where it was like, if you have multiple baby daddies, don't vote. You're gonna choose the wrong guy. Some girl at my job, they call her tres leches because they say she got 3 baby daddies.
Alright, I'm gonna put this on my chair. If anybody's in this room right now...
Get out.
No! If anybody's in this room besides us 3 and wants to communicate, you can communicate by slapping that fish. So we have 3 stories today. The theme is brujeria, as chosen by you guys. Hey Monica, and anyone else who could be reading this. My name is Jay.
Sorry.
My name is Jay, and I've been meaning to share my favorite scary story from when I was a baby. A couple weeks after I was born, my mom and dad went on a trip to Mexico, so the family there could meet me. I was a white-ass baby with really light brown hair and blue eyes. My family is the total opposite of me except for my mom's dad, who sadly passed away when she was 15. So many said I resembled him. Anyway, we had arrived in the tiny town my mom grew up in, and it was quite late already. My mom said everyone got ready for bed and decided to drink a bit of coffee before everyone went into their rooms. While everyone was gathered around the table outside, my grandma started talking about weird ladies who kept coming into the town and wandering everywhere. So many of the townspeople were locking their gates instead of how they usually had them wide open. My mom found it odd, but didn't say much since my grandma changed the subject. A bit after everyone went to bed and planned a day out in the bigger town nearby so they could go grocery shopping. The next day came and everyone got ready and went over to the next town. They took me in their arms and had a stroller to push me around while some went shopping. While my mom and grandma went to a store, they had left me with my aunt in her arms. She got tired and had me in my stroller after a bit and decided to go buy some ice cream across the street from where we were prior. My aunt said that while she was ordering, she placed the stroller beside her and noticed someone come up behind her line, but didn't think much of it. That is, until she heard someone talking to me and got scared that someone might give me ojo or something like that. She turned and noticed it was an old lady who didn't look to be very nice. She said she was scared when she noticed her and how she looked at my aunt when she tried to push me away from her towards the table she was gonna sit at and wait for my mom to arrive while eating her ice cream. She said the old lady grasped the stroller hard and looked at me while saying, "Mira qué güerita la niña, cómo me la quiero llevar. Mira su pelo, qué bonito," while touching my hair. As she was reaching for my face, my aunt jerked the stroller and pushed me away while telling her that my mom was calling her while pointing at a random lady. She walked away really fast and said I started crying loudly and wouldn't stop. My mom got there soon after since my aunt called her and told her what had happened. When my grandma asked who the old lady looked like, my aunt described the lady and pointed her out. My grandma got scared and hurried my mom and aunt to the car and explained to them that that was one of the old ladies going into random houses in the town and that they were bad news. She asked my aunt to explain everything that happened and why I wouldn't stop crying. When we got home, my mom took me a bath and rubbed my body with an egg since I wouldn't stop crying and all the old ladies from the town were coming to see what had happened and what they could do to help. After a while, I stopped crying and one of my mom's childhood friends who lives in the town noticed that my cheek and forehead were red where the lady had touched. So my mom got worried. They called an older lady named Salu, who was a bit older than my grandma, to come help me since many knew her to be a witch or a sort of witch. As soon as she entered the house, she told my mom that they had done un mal towards me and that I needed to be cleansed. They said she did multiple things but that they don't remember much of what she was saying and that after all the marks on my skin were gone, my mom was told that I would probably get a bruise somewhere, but what my mom wasn't expecting was a patch of white hair to be where the old lady had touched on my head. Ay, a mí me tocaron aquí. I got a lot of ganas.
Nah, girl, that's
Box
stress.
What the fuck?
You weren't supposed to tell her about it. It's not bad. You raise your hand at her? No, she put her hair like this. Oh, I thought she was going like this to you, like threatening you.
No me lamentes.
I do that to Nelly. After that, every time the ladies would come to the little town, they would hide me in the laundry basket in a room away from windows, since they would say that the witch ladies wanted to come kidnap little kids for Satan. This was new news that my mom had learned from neighboring towns, saying that little kids had gone missing from their houses when they would go to their towns. Many said that they would drown little kids they found pretty for their king, and that they would take them from their houses in the night. Let's just say I didn't go to Mexico for a while after that, and even now being 24, my mom still won't let me go to Mexico on my own. The patch of white hair is gone. It all grew out by the time I was 5, and many doctors said I had a deficiency, but I don't know. Even now as an adult, I see crazy things and have owls follow me around, which makes my grandma worried. I guess after that incident, who wouldn't, right? Anyway, thank you for reading my story. I love your channel. Thank you, Jay.
Okay, so she was a baby and now she's what?
24.
But she said she could still see things though.
I heard that when you say like a baby's cute or something, you're supposed to touch them.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that. I'm like, aren't you supposed to touch the kids to not give them ojo?
Yeah, maybe she had bad intentions when she touched.
I don't know. But you know, I don't like people touching my hair
You don't? Why?
because when people. Does he have a boss?
I knew it!
Because like I don't like people touching my hair because I know it's long. I
Yeah.
know I don't cut it, but it's like people be like, "Oh, your hair's so cute," and then next thing you know, hair be falling. Touch it, and I'll touch your boss section again.
Do you guys ever get your hair that falls off and put it on the wall in the shower?
Yeah, and then I go like this.
I'd be writing a whole like message on the wall with
I'm
my hairs,
fucking dead.
and then I delete it.
What do you write?
My deepest, darkest secrets.
Like what?
Damn, that must be a lot of hair coming out.
Use it from the top and the bottom.
Ew! What the fuck?
That's where it's
Capital letters, lowercase letter.
like you know how there be like, you know how there be like in movies where like you write letters and then something it's like out of blood.
You do that?
You do that?
Out of
When you
blood?
period?
Ew, fuck no.
I'm gonna
Nah,
do
but I
that.
could be cleaning myself. Like I be like, you know what I'm saying?
What?
Like when you clean yourself, you have to clean
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah,
I
that's
hope
it.
you do.
Pass me the snapback.
Here we go.
Sorry.
They're from Aldi's. You know
You
what?
want some of these?
I love your hair. It's so pretty.
The no boss ones?
Everybody say bye to Jocelyn and Nelly. This is the last time they're gonna be in your video.
They started dating and then proposed to her.
I was trying to make it loud so she
That's
could.
why all of them chips are broken now, bitch.
I don't want this.
Hi Monica and friends,
No,
my
I'm the
name
neighbor.
is Elle. I've been watching your videos for about a year and I wanted to tell you a story. Well, this story is about my oldest sister. Put your fucking phone away
I
right
got
now.
Tom.
I've been watching your videos for about a year and I wanted to tell you a story. Well, this story is about my oldest sister. About 5 years ago, my sister met this man, let's call him O. O and my sister were work colleagues and he had a liking to her. A couple months later, they started dating and he proposed to her since he didn't want my sister to get deported if anything were to happen to her. On their wedding day, my sister said that there was a lot of bad vibes throughout the whole night and she felt uneasy. My mom told her that it's probably her being anxious about her getting married and not to worry about anything. Well, my sister was right about the vibes being off since we discovered a couple weeks later that a lot of the guests that went to her wedding were envious of her getting married to O. A little backstory of O: he moved to the US from Mexico when he was a teen and he started working with his dad. He worked so hard that with the money he would receive, he sent his little brother to college. Him and his brother created their own company which made them rich. O would shower my sister with gifts and would never let her pay for anything. Back to the story, my mom would tell my sister to protect herself and the kids from those people and not to let any of that bad energy consume her. Then my sister-in-law, let's call her S, short for snake. Ooh. Would tell my sister that that energy doesn't exist and to always pray for God to protect herself, since that's the only way one could prevent any bad spirits to stick with us. Fast forward to the end of the year and my sister announces that she's pregnant with my nephew, and that's when everything started to go downhill. He stopped coming home early, would constantly fight with her, and didn't go to our family events. He ended up leaving her for another woman when quarantine hit and left her with nothing. This resulted in my sister to fall into a deep depression. After my nephew was born, my sister filed for a divorce and got custody of my nephew. That's when my mom and sister started looking for someone to do a limpia on my sister. When she got her limpia, one of the healers told my sister that someone did brujeria on her and O. My sister didn't want to believe that, but it was later confirmed that it was. On January of 2024, both my sisters went shopping at an Old Navy. My sister separated for a bit, and that's when my sister saw O, and she tried to hide from him. O recognized my sister and asked about our oldest sister. She told him that she was somewhere with my nephew, and he said that he wanted to talk to her. My oldest sister saw O after 4 years since he left her, and he apologized apologized to her for leaving, of course.
At Old Navy.
At Old Navy. My sister wanted to cuss him out, but instead she told him about the health issues that my nephew has to go through and how she's not able to pay for his medicine. He again apologized and told my sister that he needed to tell her something important. He said that after their wedding, a random number would text him and tell him how dumb a person he is, and that him marrying my sister is going to be the biggest mistake since my family deals with brujos. Fun fact, my mom's side of the family are from Honduras, and everyone knows that in Honduras there's a lot of brujeria activities. I'm not sure if my family has been involved with any brujas, but I know for a fact that my mom knows many. He started telling my sisters about the messages and how they would send pictures of someone doing work on him. He described one of them being their wedding picture wrapped around a candle with a cord and being surrounded by more candles and of course La Santa Muerte. Both my sisters were in shock, but what was the biggest plot twist was that S, my sister-in-law, was the one behind the work.
What?
S is really a hateful person. She's envious of others and will always put other people down to make herself feel superior. Because of her, my brother doesn't talk to his other kids and makes him send all his money to her. My family doesn't talk to her since she brainwashed my brother to leave my family and move back to Honduras with her, but thankfully my brother's here with us while she's in Honduras. My mom believes that S did some work on my brother since every time they separate, he always goes back to her no matter how bad their arguments are. Anyways, I love your videos and I hope my story makes it to one of your videos, and if not, then that's fine. At least I was able to share my sister's story. Thank you for sending that story, Elle.
Some sisters and mothers be in love with their sons. That's all I gotta say.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Because why else was she jealous?
Yeah, the sister.
Wait, whose brother is who?
Okay.
She just said that he was her sister, but then the
we have L. Let's say I'm L.
Yeah.
I'm L. My older sister.
Who's L, the guy?
Oh, it's the guy.
Oh, always the guy. We got it?
We got it.
Yeah.
Y'all need to pull a reverse the curse and 10 times worse.
What the fuck is that?
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then one time we got home, me and my mom got home, and I don't know if it's true, but they say when they throw salt in front of your house, that's bad. So one time me and my mom got home, and we seen salt, and my mom fucking like panicked, like don't touch it, like go around it, don't even like jump over it. Like I literally went around it, and I don't know what she did. I went inside the house, and I don't know what she did. I don't know if you guys know that.
No.
I don't know if it's true.
Can I put that part? The salt? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Huh?
That's scary, but why? Are people
I
just
don't
that
know.
fucked up?
That's what I'm saying. It be your own family.
When did the salt thing happen?
A couple years ago.
It is usually
Your
a family member.
Yeah, like that's kind of weird.
Like 80% of the stories, 90% of the stories people send me, it's a family member doing the brujeria.
Just hater vibes, you're not built like that.
And it's like my cousins,
None of
the
my
girl
family.
cousins from Mexico, like they're weird too. Like
Really?
they feel some type of way on because we live here. Like if we have a better life. I don't know. That's another topic, but we don't. Like we out here struggling.
Yeah.
Luckily, I haven't met any weirdos. But I'm also like not like my girl cousins. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm not like a pretty little girl that's gonna steal their man.
Oh.
I have more guy cousins, so maybe that's why I'm more like chill. Thank
You're
God.
a guy's girl.
Thank God. I feel like I'm a little boyish too, a little bit inside of me.
Yeah.
I remember I posted you on my Snapchat. One of my friends thought you were gay. And she was like, "Who is she?"
Is it because I wear my
She is
sweaters and my
dumb.
chain like that?
No, you were wearing the white shirt and a chain.
When I-
and you had a fucking ponytail. Like, come on. I wonder how many people
I'm
think
not
you're gay.
I would pass over because I do have a little boy.
And then you start talking, and then it just is done. But like I'm saying, like you.
This is why I don't bring my girlfriends over, because Jocelyn's about to steal them.
Why you smile like you're a joke? And also, fuck that fool for not being stronger minded.
For real, you should love your girl.
Like, yeah, your sister,
I was not raised a hater.
yeah, I wasn't raised a hater either.
I learned to be a hater. Okay, but obviously people have different intentions for doing the things that they do. I'm not gonna judge you. Just be nice, be a good person. That's all that we ask.
I don't know. To me, honestly, like at the end of the day, do what you want to do. I don't think it's worth it though.
Okay, anyway, next
Like
story.
they say, it's gonna
Thank you
bite
for-
you in the ass more. So.
Yeah. Gonna eat the out of your ass.
It's gonna eat the out of your
It's
ass.
gonna suck the poop out of there.
I wish I could get my. I don't know the feeling.
When my grandma was still alive, she started to tell us a story about when she used to be a food health inspector, and she told us a story about a witch that would kill and eat kids. When my mom had given birth to my older sister, my dad had to go out and buy some food for my mom and granny, and for my oldest brother. Just get the chip!
Hey, Monica doesn't let me enjoy nothing.
Who eats a chip like that? Just put it in your mouth. When my mom had given birth to my older sister, my dad had to go out and buy some food for my mom and granny, and for my oldest brother. So what had happened was that when my dad broke... I can't with that Joey. Just
Finish that.
It's a chip, bro. I'm gonna fart.
Damn!
No, Jocelyn, let her read the story, please.
Okay, go.
Okay, so what had happened was that when my dad brought back meats from the butcher shop, he laid them down on a towel and spread them out. He didn't notice anything particular, but my granny had very sharp eyes and noticed a child's pinky within the meats. And most of the butchers didn't know where some of these human parts came from. All they knew is that they mainly came from this little old lady. So my grandma went to her property and was able to go through her house. And my granny found a cellar in this lady's backyard. It was chained up with a heavy lock pad and had a couple of barrels on it. My granny and a couple of people who had missing children decided to help my granny out with moving the heavy barrel out of the way.
I thought you said Harry.
What?
Harry what?
Moving the hairy barrel.
The old lady tried to stop my granny but got heavy resistance. My granny and a couple people who had missing children decided to help my granny out with moving the heavy barrel out of the way. The old lady tried to stop my granny but got heavy resistance from the neighbors, and they were able to break the lock pad open. The old lady refused to give the key, and she hid it somewhere prior to my granny coming over to her house. So when they finally managed to open it, they found pieces of children's body parts everywhere, hung up like beef on hooks. My granny also found a deceased child on a giant human-sized beaten up bloody butcher block. And the old lady was taken away and had to confess her crimes. She said that she just loved eating children. She loved watching them call out to their parents while being strapped down on the butcher block. The way she got those children was making the parents have trust in her to take care of them. She recalls that one time she saw a single father run to go and get something from the house and left two of his chubbier twin boys that were sitting on the bench all alone. She handed them candy and they ate and fell asleep. Then she explains how she tried to pick them up and tried to kidnap them, but they were too heavy to be kidnapped by her. The single father rushed back and started shouting at her and swearing at her. And she talks about leaving those behind, and she feels a lot of regret leaving them behind. The witch was later condemned by execution because she practically killed over 102 children. She had supplied the butchers from different shops. The butchers were also condemned by hanging. Oh my fucking god.
Sounds like a movie.
Damn, what year was your granny in?
God. I wanted to share the story because I want you to know how cool and awesome my granny was. She passed away in 2017. She was an amazing granny. I just want to share her story. Rest in peace, granny. You were the best. She's pretty badass.
7 years ago?
Damn, that's so scary. This world is becoming more and more evil.
Your grandma's so cool for that. It's scary. Everybody, please watch your kids. Take care of your kids. Do not leave them out of your sight for any reason.
Don't trust them.
Don't trust anybody.
And they did like plenty of years.
I'm scared.
And they did like...
Right, that's it for the video, guys. No, because if I see something...
Alright, everybody say goodnight. I mean, not goodnight. Oh shit, you look like a white girl, Nelly. Alright, thank you guys for watching, as always.
Bye.
Let me know if you guys want to see me do brujeria on one of these girls right here.
No.